Posting is not enough anymore, you guys. If you want real authority, you have to build a place where other people also win. That's an ecosystem. It's not a feed. Thought leadership has leveled up, you guys. There's old school way of thinking that says, be smart, post often, collect likes. But the new model of thought leadership says, move people towards taking action. Create a space where your ideas would spread without you. I went to Singularity Hub Thought Leadership Lab. Denise Brosseau, she describes true thought leaders are people who turn ideas into reality and then scale them through communities. I thought that was brilliant. So, people that scale ideas into reality and scale them through communities across a niche or across an industry, that is an ecosystem. And that's not just posting, posting, and posting. So, how do we go from content to coordination? Posts will create awareness, but platforms will create interaction. Ecosystem builders, they don't just publish their posts, they do more than that. They host. They host roundtables, masterminds, they run private groups, their newsletters get a lot of replies, and they create events that match peers. And I'm learning. David Spinks. David Spinks is a leadership and transition coach. He explains this shift very well. He says community driven leaders create spaces where members can create value for each other. So your job becomes being the facilitator of exchanges. Add a loop of light growth to this. Have an onboarding, engagement rules, engagement rituals, collaborative projects, collaborative prompts, and the value totally compounds. I'm Samarthya Selva. I help solopreneurs move from posting a lot to building an ecosystem. So inside my Social Surge, which is my group coaching program, we build rooms where ideas can turn into partners, clients, platforms, yours included. So how do you get from reach to relationships? This is where we do the true fans math, okay? Chasing mass reach keeps you on the content hamster wheel. I just had a little peep into insights of Kevin Kelly. He is the author of 1,000 True Fans. So what he said truly holds. I learned a lot from him. You don't need everyone. You need a few people that cares. A few people that care. That's why creators who build communities or memberships or small private networks, they outperform bigger, noisier accounts. They trade vanity for repeat trust. That is big. And how do we get from rented feeds to owned platforms? Algorithms change, right? All the time. Your list, your community, your events, those are durable, right? So there was a platform and ecosystem strategy research from Harvard University. It says systems, let me read that. Okay, it says systems that enable many stakeholders to create value together beat closed top-down models. Let me say that again. Systems that enable many stakeholders to create value together beat closed top-down models. Brilliant, right? Practically, what that means is owning the hub and using social feeds as spokes. We post to spark interest, like pull people home to where conversations, assets, and relationships live. Owning the hub means your newsletter hub or your community portal or whatever it looks like to you. So over the time, your own hub becomes an engine. I pulled this again from Harvard Business School. I think this model is brilliant. Your content turns into conversation. Your content turns into conversation. Your conversation turns into collaborations. Collaborations into product. That product turns into referrals. It's a win. It's a huge win. Finally, how do we go from me to we kind of leadership? Mindset is the real unlock here. Ecosystem leaders co-create. They listen more. They convene more. And they design for mutual wins. Recent pieces on ecosystem leadership have been echoing the same pattern. If you want a long lasting transformation, they are going to come from networks that learn and build together, not from one single voice with a megaphone screaming all over the place. To simplify that, your biggest growth lever may be other people's brilliance, but it's organized by you. That's how single movements always outlast bursts of marketing. So how do you start building your ecosystem? Let's go through a very simple and concrete blueprint for this. First, name your purpose in one sentence. Who do you serve and what results do you enable? If it's fuzzy, the room will be very quiet. You need to get crystal clear on this. Second, pick your hub. It could be your newsletters, it could be a private community, perhaps hosted on Go High Level or School or Circle. Choose one. Don't scatter. Be in one place. Third thing, design 2 rituals. Maybe a weekly conversation ritual, a comment thread, or open office hours, and perhaps a monthly action ritual like a showcase or a collab day or a networking or some kind of challenge. These events will be your heartbeat. 4, invite catalysts first. Learned this from Michael Whitehouse. Handpick 10 people who will give more than they take. Okay? The culture will create itself. Culture is bigger than volume. Number 5, build your ladder. Free content. Free content will make community come in. Community can have workshops, then deepen your programs, offer deeper programs. Make the next step obvious. But you have some pitfalls that you need to totally avoid, okay? 3 things I would point out here are broadcast fatigue. I learned this term very recently, but I think I have a little bit of it right now. Broadcast fatigue. If you only talk, or if only you talk, it dies. Build prompts that will make members talk to each other. Second, vanity metrics. Big follower counts does not mean authority. True fan depth will beat the shallow reach. Third thing, platform dependence. I just recently created another video on it. Let me tag it down there in the description. Don't let algorithms own your relationships. Pull people into your hub. Social media is rented land. Don't be dependent on platforms. Question for you. What one ecosystem move will you make this month? This is a big question. I hope I provoked a thought. Will you host a roundtable or a mastermind, or will you open a private thread somewhere, or will you launch a new membership? Start a membership ritual if you already have one. Tell me in the comments. If you're ready to build your own platform or your ecosystem, join me at Summer Social Surge. Let's architect that ecosystem together. Links in the description.